then they have some of the old pictures on the wall, past fires from this, unique to this station in the district. We have the, remember this one here, L.A. County fire. That's at Figueroa and Temple.
It's right on the other side of the DWP building, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
right in that neighborhood.
That's the DWP, the Kelly County building.
Yeah.
That was on a weekend, I believe. It was a day fire. It was like at 10 o'clock in the morning. And then there's a library fire, of course, right there.
The one we just mentioned.
Yeah, this one, I remember who that was. That was a nasty fire. It was the old days, the old commercials. That's the old squad, the first squads. You know, you can see how small it was. And we had people riding on the back of the tailboard on that, believe it or not. And let's see, this over here is the used to be the train station. The tracks over here on this cornfield
right
area.
back over here.
Used to have storage right there where they would come pull the trains, and they had storage, and they could load the trains, boxcars. But that burned down to nothing. It was all wood at the time. It caught fire and it burned down.
Burned to a
It's gone. Oh, yeah, it's gone. Let's see, we got our plaque that one of our firefighters made over there, the wood plaque, when he got off probation. Brian Dijon, he's still here, in fact. Yeah, it's kind of a neat old plaque, and hopefully that'll go to the new station.
Fire can be devastating, but a fire in a fire station, that's the making for some serious comedy.
There was actually a fire here. There was a member, a permanent cook on the B ship, Ron Rogers. He's retired now, and he was famous for his boiling hot oil and frying certain foods in there. That was his forte. And he did that. He was a permanent cook, and he was boiling his oil in the big hot pots, the kettles there. And they got to run, and for some reason he never did. He always turned everything off, and he forgot to turn it off that time. They left, and they were gone at a fire. And I believe, who was the next door, who was at the time, it was the post office here, right next to us.
Oh, Terminal Annex.
Right. Before that, there was a small one here, and in the Terminal Annex there. It was yeah, they're working in progress there. They had a pretty busy outfit there. But they said, hey, they called somebody and said, hey, they called dispatch. They said, hey, there's some smoke coming out of the top of a fire station. It's pretty black smoke. And they go, oh, they're probably cooking. And I think they didn't believe them the first time. They're always cooking back there, you know, the cook and this and that. And they called again. No, and he got some pretty heavy smoke. And I think Task Force 10 came. An old legend on this job was Captain Peterson from 10s. And sure enough, he was the one that cut a hole up there with his crew. They actually ventilated. The fire got in the ducting and got in the attic. And it pretty much charred his kitchen pretty well. All the cabinets all here and here. I think it was just mostly this side, but it got in the attic and they cut a hole.
A lot of charring, probably a lot of smoke damage.
Yeah. In this battalion, everybody remembers that one. You know, the floors caught fire.
Upstairs.
Yeah.
Before heading upstairs, the captain gives the crew fair warning.
Film crew going upstairs.
While looking at the crew locker room, Captain Trejo tells us about some of the difficulties of life at Station 4.
I think it's the only drop forge, I've been told, left in California, across the street, California drop forge. And if you come here, 5 in the morning up, usually 5 to 6 days a week, it'll be banging away. Wow. And this whole station will vibrate. With a big one, they got different sizes, but when the big one gets going, and they got a big order to fill, that thing is going from 5 to like 5 in the afternoon for 12 hours, and that's a big one, and the whole station will vibrate. But it lulls you to sleep. It's kind of like guys can't sleep without that now. And it's just it's just part of the station. They survived every earthquake downtown here, and all the Whittier quake, the Northridge earthquake, still standing. Yeah.
All of that.
And all the drop forging, all the years, banging away.
Interrupting our tour was a dispatch from OCD. The call pulled most of the station's personnel from quarters. Lucky for us, Squad 4 was not called out on this run. Captain Trejo continued the tour by explaining why station captains do not enter locker rooms.
The guys, of course, they respect the officers and everything. We respect the guys and everything. But you know, they feel free back here. They can say what they want, and it would be kind of embarrassing and kind of uncomfortable for some captain to just walk in and hear his name be mentioned about something. Well, why did he do that? You know, why did he do that, idiot and everything? So you knock on the door and say shark, and shark, you know, coming through, shark. That means captain, and then they kind of okay. It's just like a little heads up.
Yeah.
It's just a polite thing to do. In most stations like this one, we have locker room leaders, and you've probably heard that. And these guys are the older guys, and you get a lot of young guys coming through, and sometimes they're not sure, you know, how to deal with things, and maybe they feel they're being picked on. And these guys that say, hey, you know what, we all went through it, or you know, you got to do it this way. This is what they're looking for, and so this is a place where that's their little little area, I guess.
Their little corner of the world.
Right, you know, they can do that. So we do have locker room leaders too, very good ones, and